Good morning everyone at St John's. My name is Judy Elliott. I'm the National Director for International China Concern, and I'm here to say a huge thank you to all of you for your love and support for China's most vulnerable children. I know that you pray and that you give a very generous gift of £100 a month, and that goes a very long way in China and achieves a lot every month, and much more than you'd expect here in the UK. I'm sending you my best wishes from Morpeth in Northumberland. I'm sorry that I can't be there in person. Let's hope that changes in the future and that I can come and visit you again. But for now, I just want to say a huge thank you. I want you to know that what you do every month really matters and really makes a difference in the lives of these children. These are children that Linda and I know, so they're not unknown, faceless little children on the other side of the world. They're ones that we have come to know and love, and many of them, all of them, have been abandoned. Many have experienced food trauma and terrible loss, but we have seen how, with the help and support of prayer partners, church partners across the world, and ordinary people, we've seen how they have learned how to feed themselves, learn how to tie their shoelaces. They've learned how to live in a little group home, in a family with their own brothers and sisters. We've seen how they have been nurtured and cherished by their Chinese caregivers, thanks to the funds that you send, which provide all of that. And that's what your support does for them. It heals them, heals their physical bodies and the trauma of their past. And you're also helping families who are really struggling to care for a child with a disability at home and who are at risk of abandonment. And what you enable us to do is to prevent that, to reduce the risk that a family gets to the end of their resources and feels that they have no choice but to abandon their child into a welfare centre system. I know a young man of 14 who hasn't been out of the house for years because the family don't have a wheelchair. They live in an apartment building where there's no lift. Imagine at 14 spending day after day, just in one room of the house. I know another a family of elderly grandparents in their late 70s who are caring for a little child with Down syndrome. And thanks to you, they are receiving practical support. They're having somebody who comes alongside them, understands where they're at, who is sympathetic, who offers real love and care, and then can help them with practicalities, give them professional advice about what their child needs, therapy, special education, and introduce them to people, their peers, other families who have children with disabilities, because they're often so very isolated. So thank you for sending them hope, practical care, and some light at the end of their tunnel. And we have another 200 families that we're hoping to be able to support in this coming year. Families who are really waiting desperately for some of that hope that we can offer them, thanks to you. Please pray for our long-term volunteers. Some of them, as you might imagine, had to leave China in March last year, and they can't get back in. And that's very hard when you feel a sense of calling, of vocation, and you've sacrificed a lot to get to China in the first place. So please would you pray for Matt and Rachel Pitt. They are a young couple in the UK at the moment. They're desperate to get back to China. They've left young people who've come to rely on them, and they want to get back and do good. And for them, life in the UK at the moment is very much in limbo. And will you celebrate and pray and give thanks for our long-term volunteers, some of whom are just in the last month celebrating 20 years of service in China. That's Kyla Alexander. And then another lady, Karen Norman, who has just had her 50th birthday, and she's been in China for 15 years. So we really hope that God will send more people like that who will serve long-term. But just to finish, I have to be brief, but I want you to know that what you do really matters. What you give makes a difference. It brings a kingdom into the lives of these children and families. So thank you, and God bless. Bye-bye.